The year is 1912. The grandest ship the world has ever seen, the Titanic, stands at the Southampton dock, its towering smokestacks releasing steam into the crisp morning air. Excitement fills the crowd as passengers board, their dreams set on the promise of a new life across the Atlantic. Among them, Ella Sinclair, a breathtaking young woman with golden blonde hair and piercing green eyes, steps onto the first-class deck. Dressed in an elegant champagne-colored gown, she looks every part the aristocrat she was raised to be. Yet, despite her wealth, her heart feels empty, trapped in an engagement to a man she does not love. Meanwhile, Daniel O'Reilly, a ruggedly handsome Irishman with dark brown hair and striking blue eyes, boards from the third-class entrance. His clothes are simple, just a white linen shirt, suspenders, and dark trousers. But his spirit is filled with hope. He has won his passage in a card game, gambling everything on a fresh start in America. Two souls born worlds apart. Yet fate is about to bring them together. That evening, as the sun sets over the Atlantic, Ella leans against the white railing of the first-class promenade deck, staring at the endless ocean. Below, Daniel laughs with his fellow third-class passengers. Then, as if drawn by an unseen force, his gaze lifts. Their eyes meet, green and blue locked in an unspoken moment. It is brief, but neither will ever forget it. Later that night, in the heart of the ship, the lively third-class dance hall is filled with music and laughter. Against all reason, Ella sneaks away from the elegant first-class ballroom and finds herself here. The music is wild, the people carefree. And then, she sees him. Daniel. He smiles, his hand outstretched. Challenge. An invitation. She hesitates, then, with a racing heart, takes his hand. They dance, twirling across the wooden floor, laughter echoing around them. In this moment, there are no social classes, no expectations, only them. But love is dangerous when it is forbidden. In the dim glow of an oil lamp deep within the ship, Ella and Daniel meet in secret. Their hands brush, fingers intertwining for the first time. "I should not be here," she whispers. "And yet, you are," Daniel murmurs, his blue eyes searching hers. The world outside does not matter. Not the engagement she dreads. Not the rules that keep them apart. In the silence between them, a promise is made, one they do not yet dare to speak. That night, under the vast, endless sky, Daniel leads Ella to the ship's bow. "Close your eyes," he tells her. Hesitantly, she does. He steps behind her, his hands lightly resting at her waist. "Now, open them." She gasps. The world stretches before her, the sea rolling endlessly beneath the stars. "I feel like I'm flying," she whispers. "You are," he says. And then, their first kiss. The wind carries it away into the night, sealing a love neither of them can escape. But the world does not take kindly to stolen love. At dinner the next evening, Ella's fiancé, Lord William Hargrove, watches her closely. He has seen the way she looks at Daniel, the way she has changed. His fury is cold, controlled. Later, in the privacy of their suite, he grabs her wrist, his voice a low growl. "You are mine, Ella. You would do well to remember that." Tears burn behind her eyes, but she says nothing. April 14th, 1912. Midnight. The Titanic glides silently through the icy waters. In first class, the music plays, passengers sip champagne, laughter fills the halls. But outside, an iceberg looms, massive, unyielding. The impact is almost gentle at first. Then, the ship shudders. Water rushes in. Panic spreads. Officers shout orders. Lifeboats are lowered. Daniel finds Ella in the chaos, grabbing her hand. "We have to go." But William is there, blocking their path. "You will leave this ship with me," he orders. "No." Ella's voice is steady, her eyes locked on Daniel. "I belong with him." Enraged, William lunges at Daniel, a fist connecting with his jaw. But Daniel does not fight back. He only pulls Ella behind him, protecting her. Then, before William can strike again, an officer grabs him, dragging him toward a lifeboat. "This is not over," he roars. But for Ella and Daniel, there is no lifeboat. The Titanic groans as it tilts. The deck splits apart. The world is ending around them. "I'm not leaving you," she cries. "You must," Daniel says, his blue eyes filled with pain. He lifts her into a lifeboat, forcing a sad smile. "Live, Ella. Live for both of us." She screams his name as the boat is lowered, but her cries are swallowed by the sea. Then, he is gone. The ocean is eerily calm. Debris floats on the surface, the wreckage of a dream lost to the waves. Ella, wrapped in a soaked shawl, clutches a delicate gold locket. Her green eyes are empty. Daniel is gone. Weeks later, in a grand New York mansion, Ella sits alone, staring at the sea through her window. The world calls her a survivor, but she does not feel alive. Years pass. Decades. But she never forgets. Now an old woman, she stands at the edge of the ocean, the wind lifting her silver-streaked hair. In her hands, she holds that same gold locket. With trembling fingers, she opens it one last time. Inside a single note, "You jump, I jump." Tears slip down her wrinkled cheeks. She releases the locket into the waves. The ocean swallows it whole, carrying it back to the place where love was lost, but never forgotten. Then, in a vision beyond time, Ella finds herself once more at the Titanic's grand staircase. The chandeliers glow with golden light. And there, waiting at the bottom, is Daniel, young, whole, smiling. She takes his hand. And together they fade into eternity,